sentence. You stop talking to escape through chapters up top.
God keep our land.
And both teams tonight unafraid to run offense through their bigs, Grant. Talk about the value of being able to do that.
Yeah, B.A., it just speaks to how both teams can beat you in multiple ways of playing. I think it can lead to higher percentage looks with the bigs running the offense. You can strike a nice balance between inside and out, which coaches are preaching right now.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Jay Crowder is out there with Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Paul George. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. I'm not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
From a role player to an elite talent, Pascal Siakam continues to impress with his all-around game.
Nurkic's shot is good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Trent. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. George outside. Nurkic passes to George. And he buries his first look.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
And here's Schroeder outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
It's really hard to know what to expect when teams play only twice a year. Makes it a bit of a mystery.
The balance between East and West after years of being dominated by the West is starting to even out some. Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
How about the commitment from Nurkic? Phenomenal job taking the hit and scoring through it.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Portland.
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point, doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
And it's in there.
That break coming off the turnover forced by OG. Great anticipation.
Here's George. Can't get it to go, and Toronto will come the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Honestly, they were just outclassed in that one. We thought it would be a tough night for them, and it was.
Ugly, ugly display. I thought they'd be more competitive, but I was wrong.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. George, a deep 3. Portland, no good that time either.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Here's Anunoby, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Elevating his playmaking over time, Siakam recognizes when his teammates have clean looks.
George on the money from 12 feet away. George has got his second basket of the game.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Back to Schroeder. Trent outside. Pass to Siakam. Over Nurkic. And there's Siakam. That one's good on the assist from Trent. Siakam's got 7 points in the game. Timeout called. Portland. And the Raptors with some changes. Pirtles checked in for Pascal Siakam. Achua comes in for Barnes. And it's Wall in for Trent.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well. And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Wall. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Pass to Pirtle. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Wall. Picked by Pirtle. Wall, the pass to Pirtle. 6 on the shot clock. They get the rebound. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Shoots. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
It's scooped up. Second shot opportunity. Here's Pirtle. And at last, they get one to fall.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
To the middle. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Achua, the open look. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Schroeder can't get it to go. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Anunoby against Hayes. Launches it. And Anunoby gets the three. Anunoby's got 5 points.
This is what you already like about OG Anunoby's game. Has a good feel for where to get his shots along the perimeter.
Highland misses. The Raptors with a lead. Outside Anunoby. Here's Schroeder. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Raptors out in front, up 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
John Wall is out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Chris Boucher. Then there's Scotty Barnes. And it's Siakam in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Pass to Graham. Over Boucher. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And that'll tie this game up.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Boucher a screen on Simons. Trent against Simons. Offensive rebound. Siakam for 3. The shot that time not on target. The Trailblazers shooting at a very efficient 67%. Henderson.
I saw it.
Wow!
And he saw it. Even though he was dealing with a taller defender, he got big and got the job done.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Siakam in the post. He's against Hayes. Simons outside. From outside the arc. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
A jack of all trades, Jeremy Grant also has a strong feel for when his guys are uncovered.
Now a timeout called by Toronto. Hurdles checked in for Boucher. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard. and see the highest scoring teams over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Blazers.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
Outside Wall. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
For Toronto, they've gone 0 for 6 in the second. Not looking good. Well, we're more than a few games into the year. How much do we know about this year's rookie class, Grant?
Well, it's still early. We have to remember we might be a half year into a decade-plus career for some of these guys. So I think it's best to reserve judgment for now. An NBA career is a marathon.
Portland leading. Crowder, the pass to George. He takes it in. Barnes with the rebound.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Siakam, no good.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. And Nurkic with the block.
Making a statement with that swat. Nurkic is all over the place.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
This is why we talk about carving out position rather than trying to sneak in. You've got to be willing to put in the work.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Schroeder comes in for Trent. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size along with his handles help him operate inside.
And so Wall nails them both. Timeout called, Portland. And with All-Star Weekend approaching, let's see what's going on in the West. You look at Portland, they've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first-place spot.
Checking out the Trailblazers, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Back to Schroeder. Elbow shot on the way. No good. Now the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Back to George. Puts up a 3. Nails it from 3. George has got 7.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
George against Schroeder. Pass to Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. Nurkic with some nice D.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's George. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Anunoby comes in for Scotty Barnes. George hits them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Toronto has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Can they get it? It's Hayes with the rebound. Portland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Here's Simons. And that one's long. And for Toronto, they're shooting a low 28% so far in this one. Pass to Wall. Back to Schroeder. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off. And it's Portland the other way. Following this game, they host the Magic. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club. Wall, the pass to Schroeder. Anunoby on the wing. And there's the rejection. Here's Highland, and he drives in. No luck on that one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anunoby on the wing. Fires for 3. They get it again. The shot off that time. Now Portland with it. They're on a 14-2 run here. Simons passes to Graham. Portland again missing. Up top, Schroeder. Over Simons. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Hallie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break.
Hello and welcome. And for that matchup against the Magic, let's be honest, they're clearly the better team.
And now let's look back on that first half of play, one that has not been pretty for the Raptors. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
On the court right now for Portland, they've got Yusuf Nurkic. Jay Crowder is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Paul George.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
And the 17-footer goes down. George has got 11 points.
The versatility of George, a terrific jump shooter off the catch and off the bounce.
Trent outside. Outside Schroeder. Lets it go from deep. Hachimura with a rebound. Hachimura's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
His second personal foul. First game foul.
It's George on the wing. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 14.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Anunoby for 3. Crowder grabs the miss.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Pass to Hachimura. Here's Nurkic. Here's Henderson. Here's George. Rebounded by Trent. The Raptors have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. And here's Siakam for 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam.
And when you watch the way Trent Jr. can take over a game, just a gifted scorer who can explode once he gets going, he's impossible to slow down.
Sharp, he's checked in for Paul George. Out of bounds, it'll be Toronto's ball. And these are the top rebounders in the league. Yusuf Nurkic on top.
And the way he's rebounded the ball this season has been special. His teammates really appreciate his hard work and physicality on the glass.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And Toronto calls time here. And it's the Raptors with the ball. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. And with Trent Jr., he very much is a microwave scorer, Grant.
Oh, he heats up in an instant, B.A. A bit of a streaky shooter overall. I would like to see him round out his inside game to find new ways to score if his shot isn't there.
Here's Sharp. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Trent's got 4 rebounds in the game. Siakam with it. Nurkic picks him up. 3 from Barnes. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Hachimura's got his 6th rebound on the night. Crowder goes in. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by Nurkic. Here's the break. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
To the left side wing. Here's Siakam. They get it back. Another shot. Trent outside. The 3 is up. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists in the game.
For a shooter as confident as Gary Trent Jr., there's no hesitation.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up, keep on applying pressure to their defense.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And what impresses you about Pascal Siakam is his tremendous length with an intimidating 7'3" wingspan.
And the Raptors with some changes. Pirtle's checked in for Anunoby, and it's Wall in for Schroeder. Pass to Sharp. Let's go with a 3. That one no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Third team foul.
That's good from Siakam. Yeah, that length of Siakam really comes in handy on both ends, Smitty.
B.A., he's tough to guard because he's able to get his shots up over most guys due to that length. And then on the defensive end, capable of guarding the post and the perimeter.
And the Raptors making a change here. Chua's checked in. And the dunk by Pirtle.
You can count on Pirtle to play with energy. And this time it pays off with the second chance points.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Some players just need an opportunity to succeed. Take Anthony Simons. With increased playing time during the 2021-22 season, we saw him take off.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Paul George, he's checked in for Portland.
Anthony Simons has proven himself as an effective and efficient scorer. Someone this team leans on to fill it up.
Trent from long range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Well, for Simons during the 21-22 season, Smitty, injuries opened the door.
And B.A., not just any injuries. Portland was without Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum most of that season, and Simons filled the void. His scoring went up about 10 points per game.
Wall, the pass to Pirtle, uses the glass on the layup. Pirtle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
George against Boucher. He shoots it. Pirtle grabs a miss. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Offensive board. Pass to Wall. Achua with a screen on Hayes. Trent from long range. They shoot again. And Achua with a lay-in.
They're really fighting a losing battle on the glass.
Timeout called, Portland. And the Raptors making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. And also a switch here for Portland. Nurkic is checked in. Simons with it. George outside. Count that one. George has got 16 points.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Ball no good.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
And the basket by Highland.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. Nurkic with some nice D. Portland has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. And here's Simons outside. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game.
He is so accurate from the perimeter. Simons takes these shots with such confidence.
Trent against Simons. Achua with a screen. Wall finds Achua. Trent outside to stop the run. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Portland looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Pascal Siakam out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's John Wall. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Outside for Boucher. This one for 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. Here's Henderson. Nurkic up top. Shoots over Wall. Again, the Trailblazers. Good for 2. And every team has them. Those games where you just don't have it. Why does that happen, Grant?
Well, BA, I think, first of all, 82 games. It's a grind of a season. You factor in traveling, injuries, players out for different reasons. You're going to have moments like this where it just doesn't happen. You know what you do? You learn from it, you move on, and you get ready for the next night. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Ball for 3, and there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul of the game. Hurdle's checked in for Boucher. Crowder, he's checked in for Portland. For Portland, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Henderson. Well, Grant, I know you collect art, so we've been hearing all about these NFTs that teams and players are creating. I'm going to need a little instructional here. What's it all about?
No, BA, first of all, memorabilia and collectibles have always been around. But yes, NFTs have taken it to a whole nother level. And yes, I do have an NFT. I don't fully understand it, so I can't explain it to you. But I know it's the next big thing, that's for sure.
Schroeder finds Wall. Picked by Pirtle from downtown. And they'll get another chance.
You can add another offensive rebound to the tally. Just one of the areas where they're taking them to the task. Collecting plenty of second chance points this half. That alone can keep a team in a game.
Nurkic is checked in for Portland.
You know, the first player ever drafted out of Austria, Jakob Poeltl, is blazing his own path, inspiring a new wave of basketball players.
You know, Poeltl's country of Austria, they've never qualified for the games or world championships, Smitty.
You're right, B.A., and I know he really carries the flag for Austrian hoops, but the game is growing there because of Jakob Poeltl. Look at what Dirk did for their neighbors in Germany. Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Lets it fly. Nurkic's shot is good. Nurkic just gotten 4 this quarter.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Nurkic against Siakam. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
This is where Siakam is comfortable operating from. He loves going to work in the paint.
Pass to Nurkic. Simons outside. Here's Henderson, covered by Schroeder. Hachimura outside. Here's Simons, just 5 on the clock. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to John Wall. One thing I know players are happy about, the number of back-to-back games is way down from just a few years ago, Smitty.
Yes, indeed, B.A. About a decade ago, about a quarter of a team's games were part of a back-to-back. Now it's only about 15%. That's a change everyone likes, players, coaches, and broadcasters.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Gary Trent Jr. comes in for Wall, and he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
Yeah, something else I love that they're doing is driving into the lane and getting the shots they want in penetration.
Timeout called, Portland. Both teams deciding to change it up. Portland has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Back to Simons. From the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Trent's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Trent. Over Sharp. And it's Portland with a rebound. Simons has got 4 rebounds now. From the elbow. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And it looks like Sharp is fairly comfortable in the mid-range. Having dynamic shot-making ability would be a big plus for him.
Achua with it. And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures and different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
Trent outside. Pass to Achua. Pirtle with the ball. Defended by Nurkic.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Trailblazers.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And they increased their win total to 29.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jusuf Nurkic.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Trent outside. Achua with a screen on Simons to end the run. With the clock winding down, Achua with the dunk.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Back to Trent. And there's the drive. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking everyone for watching tonight's game. And now we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jusuf Nurkic.